Hey guys, what's up? So coming at you here from Sanlitun, downtown Beijing. As you have heard by now, there's been a new outbreak of COVID in Beijing. I first heard about it Friday last week. Just from some people told me like, have you heard the news? And then actually at that time, like there was nothing in the news in English. It really came out and spread internationally over the weekend. So right now it's on CNN and everywhere. As you might know already, what happened was that two people reported in sick, and independent of each other, they were found to have been in the same wet market called Xinfadi at the south west of Beijing. Subsequently, the market was closed, and they tested I think around 10,000 people working there, and they found, I think until now, additionally 70 cases in the past 2 or 3 days. They've also found that roughly 200,000 people, local residents, had been to the market since May 30th. I think until now they've tested around 30,000 people all in all. Of course, in China, as everybody has to be on this like health app, where you have your health code registered, it's very easy to track who has been where and who has talked to who. So contact tracing is basically down to an art here in China. So that's what they're doing right now. The city as such has responded by increasing restrictions again. So for example, in our office, we were back to working full-time again. Well, I mean, everybody was in the office. We used to have a rotation with 50-50, so we would spend 2, maybe 3 days in the office. Starting from yesterday, Tuesday, we have to go down again to 50% to comply with the office building regulations. Overall in the city, I would say the mood is a little bit more tense. People are talking about this. On a personal note, one of my colleagues was supposed to have 2 weeks annual leave next week, to go home to see his family in northeast China, in Jilin. And he went there 2 days ago by train, and then when he arrived to Jilin train station, they said, "Oh, you've been to Beijing, so you can't come." So then he had to go all the way back to Beijing. I think it's like a 7 or 8 hour train journey. Couldn't even see his parents. So basically right now Beijing people are non grata pretty much everywhere in China. So we can't really go anywhere. Our code, like our health code, would be red if we left the city. I had another colleague, actually I met him yesterday. We had a meeting together with a customer, and he said he felt a little bit sick after the meeting, so he had to go home. And then my other colleague told me that actually his parents had been to Xinfadi, to this wet market, about 10 days earlier. And they had been tested. They would get the results any day now. But he felt a little bit sick. And his wife, who is pregnant, 8 months pregnant, is at home right now with flu-like symptoms. So not too great. I really hope that he didn't have it, and I guess I have to wait a few days myself in that case to find out whether if he had it, if I caught it as well. But he had a face mask the whole time, so hopefully it should be okay. Traffic is a bit less these days. The normal, I would say, like going to work in the morning, it's definitely like, I would say like 25-30% less traffic than usual. There's less people out and about, less people in restaurants, on the streets. So definitely the city adapted very quickly. They cut down on activity basically over the weekend. So that's pretty impressive how they adapt so quick. But yeah, let's see how it goes. Some people say that Beijing might be the new Wuhan. And if that happens, wow, that will be a disaster. But of course, this time they are prepared. People wear face masks everywhere. They have social distancing records. They test everybody's temperature. So I don't think that will happen. I think they will control it and nip it in the bud. But it will take like at least 2 weeks until we really know for sure. All right, that's all. Peace out, guys. Be safe.